Our parsha describes the final days in the life of our patriarch Jacob. He summons all of his sons, the 12 tribes, to his deathbed, and he blesses them. And to Joseph he says, Joseph, I'm going to give you an extra portion. Shechem echad, I'm going to give you an extra portion. And in fact, it'll be the town of Shechem, which I was able to take from the Amorites, becharbi ubekashti, with my sword and with my bow. Now, the simple explanation is he went to war against the Amorites and he took the town of Shechem. However, the Aramaic translation, when translating those words, cherev and keshet, sword and bow, translates it as different types of prayer. Different types of prayer. I was able to take this particular town, this village of Shechem, with my prayer. What does that mean? And what are these two different types of prayer? Rav Meir Simcha of Divinsk has a beautiful explanation. And he says that there are those prayers that are fixed prayers, that our sages wrote for us, the Shmona Esrei. It has the 19 blessings, and we say that prayer every single day, 3 times a day. It's a very powerful prayer. They thought about each and every word and each and every letter and the order in which it has to be said. That is the cherev. That is the sword. It's powerful, and it's extremely, extremely sharp. Even if you just move it a little bit, even if you just swipe it somewhat, it'll cause a lot of damage. That is the prayers that our sages wrote for us. It's extremely powerful. And even if we put in just a little bit of intention, it can do so much. But then there's the spontaneous prayer. This is the keshet. This is the bow. Now, an arrow can't go particularly far. If you don't put in a lot of effort, it'll just fall flat on the floor. But if you pull the bowstring all the way back and put a lot of effort into it, then it'll reach far. So it has an advantage that it can go further. But the disadvantage is you have to put so much more effort into it, much more effort than with a sword. These are the two types of prayers that we have. Our set prayers, cast in stone as it were, but also spontaneity, to add to our prayers, to put our heart into our prayers. As the Talmud says, that a person's prayer is not really answered until they put their soul into their hands. You have to have intention. Rachmona liba bai. Hashem wants our heart. There are times for fixed prayers and there are times for spontaneity. It's difficult to be spontaneous every day. You don't wake up in the mood. You don't quite know what to say. You don't have the right words. So our sages have done that job for us. They've given us beautiful, beautiful prayers. But we have to put intention into it. But every now and again, when we feel in the right frame of mind, when we're emotional, we can pour out our hearts to Hashem. And this is like shooting an arrow that goes far and far. These are the two types of prayers. And this is what we should concentrate on. Yes, there are times for the set prayers, but also time for spontaneity. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.